Hi, welcome to Spit Take. This is Rick, and I'm here with my co-host, Adam.
Hello.
That was very enthusiastic.
I like to be enthusiastic on a Tuesday.
Right. Yeah. Anything exciting going on?
New Year's Eve tomorrow. I'm going to get lit.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm going to be with my cats.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving, drop my kids off, and me and my wife are going to go have a party.
I might watch the ball drop in Marvel Rivals.
I like when video games do like fun things like that for events. Star Wars Galaxies, when I used to play that around Christmas, did Life Day. You know, obviously Life Day being from the shittiest entry of the Star Wars universe. You know, the Christmas special, but they would do a Life Day celebration and like people would like gather and they do fireworks. It was like weird. It was a weird nerd community thing, but that game was weird in itself. There was a lot you could do in there. Like you could get married to other players. It was pretty immersive.
Oh, it's like Roblox with less pedophiles.
I mean, remains to be seen. I don't know. I don't think they were tracking it as much back then.
Yeah. I don't drink. I don't want to be around people. So I don't, I'm New Year's Day is another day.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some work during the day.
Well, I mean, that's fun too.
Yeah. Just another day. But let's get to our first subject. Stranger Things season 5, volume 2 came out.
Yep.
I know you said it wasn't bad. I think it's terrible. I never heard that Kate Bush song before. Never in my life until Stranger Things.
No.
I don't know how Max knew this underground. I guess she was like famous in Britain or something like that. But I'm so sick of that song. They've already overplayed it. Like, and because she's, in a coma and she's in the upside down and stuff, or in Vecna's head and all that. And so Lucas is continuing to, and I never remember names. This is crazy that I'm remembering all the names. Lucas continues to like play the song, hoping that she wakes up. I'll mention something later, but I'm not going to say it yet. It's about Spider-Man and her being in Spider-Man. But it just kept popping up here and there throughout the episodes, and I was just like, I'm over it. Another critique I have. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just going back off of that song, like you know, like when you really like a song, you're like, this is a great song, and then you play it on your Spotify like 15, 20 times, and then like you stop listening to it because you're like, I'm over this. Like, I feel like she should have gotten to that point for as much as it was played. Like, if she should have sat there and been like, you know what, Lucas, play me a new song.
Well, what isn't this like? Is it a couple months or a couple years after the?
I think I heard them say it was 2 years after season 4 ended.
Yeah. Whatever. You think, you don't listen to a song 2 years later, but I mean, you listen to it, but not like when you first hear it. Like, I will go through moments where I'm like, oh, I miss this song, and then I'll play it like once a day, but
I have dozens of songs on my Spotify playlist that I love, but I don't feel like I need to listen to them every day all the time. It's like great when I'm driving for a couple hours, I'll let it play through that, and I'm like, oh, these are some good songs, but don't go out of my way.
Yeah, like Sleep Token new album came out earlier this year. I listened to that a lot this year, but now I'm over it. I'll play a song here and there, but I listened to probably every song repeatedly for a long, but it just came out, and now it's like, okay, on to the next thing. Another criticism I have, and we know the big one, but we're not going to get to that yet. Max and Holly, it's like, stop talking and leave, dude. Like, they would not leave, or Max wouldn't leave. Holly, I guess she going off to find the house. There was a moment with Vecna that actually was pretty good. But like they were just, it was just, I seen a meme where it's like they dressed them up like they were in a podcast because they just
I
kept
saw that
talking
one.
and talking.
Yeah.
But I think it just takes me out. There's a lot of criticism that I noticed when I was watching it. It's not.
Yeah.
I think everybody is noticing these things, and yeah, I'm just over I'm kind of over the characters. Really, they're all getting annoying to me.
Yeah, I mean that whole thing where they were standing there and they were like, "Oh, we got to find our way out of this place," but then they're like standing there chatting, like, "There's a terrifying monster after you right now. Like, get the fuck out of there! Just like run." And like Holly, I know she was struggling to find her doorway or whatever it was, and then Max went through a big explanation. I wasn't really listening, but like, it was very annoying that they just stood there. And
Right.
I think I saw that same meme. I don't know if did it have the guy from Scary Movie, Marlon Wayans. It's like it was them with like the podcast stuff, and then like up top it says me screaming, "Run, bitch, run!" while they're sitting there having their podcast. Like, dude, like seriously, like you just sit there and do nothing. And I was like, do you not realize where you are? It is essentially hell. Get out.
Right. Well, now we know it's a bridge to Universe X, where the Mind Flayer's at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But also, I am, as they're in the Upside Down, I'm holding out hope that Eddie's still alive and is just going to show up and just kicks my ass and be like, yeah, I've been surviving here for 2 years,
Yeah.
Even though I think time moves differently in the Upside Down, I don't quite remember. I think they said something about that, which, is usually the case with those kind of things.
I think they did. They said something like it was in the last season where they were kind of going through and they realized that time had basically stopped there. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't exactly, it was only parallel from, it was like November 6, 1983 or something like that, or 80, whatever the year was that Will first disappeared. Like it was frozen in time there.
Yeah. And of course, the big criticism, where, okay, here's my thing. And I don't think people are like catching on to what I'm saying. Will literally said, I know it's more than this, but he literally said, in order to defeat Vecna, I need to let everybody know the truth, right? And the truth was he's gay. And that's my thing is, I know it's like, okay, he's feeding on his fears and stuff like that, and he's afraid they're going to find out that he's gay. And there's a big monologue and stuff that people are complaining about, but it's just the idea that I have to let everybody know I'm gay to save the world.
Yeah.
Like, I think you've gone to the extreme now, Netflix.
Yeah. I had issues with that. So here's what I think about is that Will's thing was, he says, Vecna is feeding off of my fears and everything, and that's why I'm not effective at using my powers or whatever. And he's like, and turns out his biggest fear is that his friends will leave him if they find out he's gay or whatever. Like, that was his biggest fear. In a world where he was literally in hell for a very long time, being chased by demogorgons, the demodogs, and all that shit, the Mind Flayer. He was in this terrible place, and Vecna is actively trying to kill them. Like, he's got monsters chasing him. They know about this parallel dimension with just evil monsters, and his biggest fear is that his friends will leave him if he's gay. Like, you have other fears you need to worry about there, son.
Even though Maya's already came out and part of the group, I know she's not, close friends with the boys, those younger boys.
Yeah.
But still, like, I don't think anybody cares about you being gay right now.
No.
I know he's got a thing for Mike,
yeah.
But and there are those people out there, the Raylo out there that I've heard, was it Mike Will or something like that are like,
probably
probably making yaoi anime stuff on it or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was something where he kept going. It was this really touching speech, and it was a good speech, but it would have been better if it didn't end with "I don't like girls." If it was something else, you know what I
I
mean?
agree.
But it did go on too long, and you just say it, dude. Just say it, because like, what are you setting them up for? You
Right.
know?
Like, kind of feel like you're just trying to get some attention here, kid. Like,
Yeah, I don't I don't know anybody that really likes Will's character, anyways.
so I liked him at the end of volume 1 of season 5, and I was like, dude, he's kind of a badass now.
But he was like a baby then, you know?
Yeah.
They were all babies then, and now they're all 24 years old. So
Yeah. I know. The what's her name who plays Elle, she's like has a baby.
she's married and has a baby, running around weird. I don't know what her outfit is. What's that, Kali? You sent that meme about Kali earlier.
Oh, Callie, yeah.
Her friend, or Kali, 8. I think she was 8, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, she's kind of a slog. She definitely doesn't fit in there.
No.
I feel like that role, whatever the actress's name is, I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like that role is a career killer. Because like, is anybody watching that going, I need to hire that? Like they are with the rest of the kids.
Yeah, because you're just like, this girl's a crazy bitch. I hope she dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was annoying. There were some other things that happened during this, because it was only 3 episodes. I'm trying to remember everything. Oh, the whole
the breakup.
Yeah, the breakup with Nancy and Jonathan, that was annoying. Like, they sat there talking for a long time because they thought they were going to die, and then they decided to break up. I'm like, I don't really care about their relationship anyways at this point, so you can move on. Next scene. You get Steve, who's always the best. You got a little bit of Steve in there.
Well, he made the best, the song of the decade, so.
Yeah. And he's supposed to, so he apparently was supposed to die off in season 1.
A great team in that, though.
I do like them.
Him and Dustin are great together. That's probably, for me, the saving grace, because everything else, isn't really working for me. And I feel like those are the 2 best characters in the show for me, or at least this season. I could have made a case for Elle or Mike earlier, but really Dustin's always been the fan favorite.
Yeah, he's adorable.
And what's his name? The little chubby Jared. What's his name? Jared or whatever.
Oh, Derek,
yeah.
Suck a fat one.
He's like, he said he could suck my fat cock or something. He can suck my dick.
It was like, he can
in the woods.
Suck a fat one.
Suck a fat. I was like, yes, that's my boy.
Yeah.
So he's another. I'd say those 3. There's a lot of creepy stuff about Holly online, because she is a 14-year-old girl, supposed to be like 7. But there's a lot of creepy stuff. About, like people saying how hot she is. I'm looking at her, I'm like, that's a child. Like, I don't understand that. So there's I've seen a lot of creepy stuff online, TikTok and stuff like that, talking about how hot she is. I hope it's like kids her age saying it, but you know how things are. I just feel like it's overblown because, back in the 90s, I think there was a lot of uncomfortable things with those things with teenage girls being heartthrobs or whatever.
Yeah. What was there was something else about this one that I didn't much care for. I think it was just like, it wasn't much action. It was a lot of just wandering around, doing a lot of nothing.
Hopper. I think people were kind of annoyed with Hopper too.
And they just changed Hopper's character so much. And I brought it up before.
That's why people are annoyed.
Yeah. I liked him better when he was a drunk brawler who was the sheriff of the town.
Badass Vietnam vet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, maybe his time in the Russian prison changed him a little bit.
Yeah, but well, I mean, it makes sense it'd be a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
But I've
Oh,
met
for the time for
Vietnam
sure.
vets. Love you, baby. But like, uh, I think there's, I mean, I guess I can see it because, back in the 80s, Rambo, he's, wanderer and tortured soul, but like, if you ever, I remember in the 90s talking to Vietnam vets and stuff. I remember a janitor I
Yeah.
worked at McDonald's with that was in Vietnam, and they were all sad saps. I mean, because they got fucked over in the 70s,
They did.
America treated them like shit. And so they were not in good health and felt like outcasts. So I can see Hopper, being the cop, drunk, down, depressed, lonely, and then like all going back to the veteran. But it's like it wasn't really established in the beginning, though. I think that's the problem.
No, it was not like they didn't really create a character arc of that,
Right.
It just kind of happened, and like one day he was just a badass.
But I can see him needing to stay in shape because of Thunderbolts.
Sure. Yeah.
Not only needing to stay in shape, but also like, I'm in shape now. I'm just going to keep this. But he's going to be
Right.
he's in the next Avengers too, and there's been trailers out of that. I forgot to mention that, but
yeah.
I'm going to put that on the list.
There's been a lot of things not great about Stranger Things, and again, I think part of it was that they just took so long to tell the story. It was almost more fun when it was just about kids trying to save the world against the odds. But like you said, now they're just grown adults. Like,
yeah. At least they put a couple kids in there, but yeah, too many inconsistencies. I said I won't watch last episode, but I will because it's going to be talked about. It's out tomorrow.
Yep.
It's going to be talked about. I'm going to hear about it anyways. I might as well finish it off and watch it. The Duffer Brothers are saying that the ending isn't what you think. So let's see if they at least live up to that. Because this season hasn't been great for me.
No, it's was not worth the wait. I'll say that much.
Right.
Like, what took you so long to do this season? Like, there's nothing that special about it.
But it's been going on. Now it's going to be 9 years, 10 years since it came out. So
2016, I think it was.
2016, and we're almost to 2026.
Yeah.
In 2 days. So
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll talk about the series finale next week after we watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to be like 2 hours long too.
Yeah, and I'll watch it because I'll probably watch it tomorrow evening.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm not doing much, so I'll probably watch that in a movie or something like that. Get a hooker.
Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah. Okay, so we're supposed to like limit our now.
Oh yeah, because of the we did our what was it, the year-end
review or whatever. Which I looked at some of these year-end reviews from when people put stuff up on social media like TikTok and this and stuff like that. And it's just like short little pictures, but if all you do is do like it was kind of the year-end review is kind of annoying because it's just like us laughing, which is great, a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
And then we said Adam a lot, apparently. I don't know why we say your name a lot, but we say your name a lot. And then we say too much. And that's basically all it was. That was the highlight.
It had a lot more, but I think you had to go through the the Spotify for Podcasters app to do it, to see it.
Okay.
There was like a lot more. I think there was something like we grew our audience like 33% or something like that crazy. But yeah.
Thank you for being viewers and listeners. Keep listening. Yep. We're going to get better. And we're going to put more elbow grease into this. We're going on our 3rd year doing this now. So
yeah, we've this is episode like 55, I think 55 or 56, somewhere in there. So
hell yeah.
we've improved quite a bit.
Hell yeah. Moving on to Fallout, season 2, episode 2.
We didn't talk about episode 1 either.
We didn't talk about, did we not? Oh yeah, because we didn't
we didn't do an episode last week.
1 and 2.
Yeah. 2 great new episodes of a fantastic show. I am very excited for the rest of the season. They did not drop all of it at once, like they did with the first season, but this episode 1 of this season was kind of setup. It was a little bit of setup. It was still entertaining and everything, but episode 2 was fantastic. It was awesome. But seeing Walton Goggins back as the Ghoul is always fun because he's great. Walton Goggins is the man, and I think he found his place in that world. He was always doing stuff, but now, like, as more of a lead character, he's doing great. Yeah, the Ghoul was awesome. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Lucy's dad is up to something over in New Vegas. He's creating some kind of mind control.
More of a middleman.
Yeah. But we've seen the coolest part about episode 2 was the Rad Scorpion.
Yes.
Because those things are one of the deadliest creatures you can face in the Fallout world, in the Wasteland, one of the deadliest things. And they do that to you exactly like they did in the show. They just sometimes pop out of nowhere, and next thing you know, you're getting chased by a giant scorpion. And you're throwing grenades, you're shooting at it, using your VATS. It was pretty accurate.
Yeah. And and there's definitely some. Well, number one, the Dinosaur Hotel. I like that they are using stuff from the games. Of course, you're in New Vegas, but it's a prequel for all the games. But like, it's really trying to use set pieces that is close to the games, stuff that we could identify it. A lot of good gamer stuff for those of us that have been playing Fallout for 20 years.
Yep.
And there is definitely some shenanigans going on, some mind control stuff, heads exploding, a lot
of exploding mice.
I like that. I like exploding mice. Maximus is
he's like the leader of the Brotherhood of Steel right now.
Right. He's becoming important. A lot of stuff going on with the NCR. And so they're using all these groups and stuff that, we know from the games,
Episode 2 ended with Lucy kind of being captured, I guess. They didn't really show capture, but being surrounded by the Legion.
Because she was supposed to go back for the Ghoul, because the Ghoul used the one lady as a
human shield.
Because isn't she part of Caesar's army or something like that? Or
I don't remember. He said she was part of a group that I wasn't familiar with. There's some things I have to look up.
I thought it was like Caesar's. Remember Caesar in the games?
Yeah. Well, so Caesar's Legion was at the end of the episode.
Right, but I thought she was a part of them, and that's why
she may have been.
She had like a tattoo or something that showed that she was a part of them, and he's like, "Fuck no," and that's why he didn't mind killing her.
Yeah,
but Lucy doesn't know anything about that because she's been in a vault her whole life, and she gave her the stim pack, and then she brought her back, and then they kidnapped her.
Right,
and the Ghoul's dying.
Yeah, well, supposedly he's not going to die from it, and she knows that. He's just going to be in a lot of pain from the Rad Scorpion. Right. But for those of you who have never played Fallout New Vegas, first of all, go play it. Second of all, Caesar's Legion. One of my favorite things about
games for free, FYI.
Oh, is it really? Nice. Caesar's Legion. And so there's a few different groups in Fallout New Vegas, and they're all based around like common personalities that are in Vegas. So you have Caesar's Legion, which was created because of Caesar's Palace in Vegas. Like they basically found it and were like, we're going to adopt this, the look and everything. So they dress like, like Caesar's people.
And I just remember murdering all of them when I was playing.
Oh, absolutely. You always murder the Legion.
Yeah.
And then the other group that's very prominent in Vegas, in New Vegas anyways, is the Kings, who are all Elvis impersonators, basically. They all wear leather jackets, have like the combed over hair, and we haven't seen them in the show yet. I'm hoping they will show up because they were like one of my favorite factions to be a part of.
They will. Yeah, they will. I'm thinking we're gonna see some characters that were in the game that probably we killed, but didn't have to kill. So I'm sure they're gonna show up. I think the first 2 episodes, they're really good. They have been a bit slow paced. They have been doing a lot of flashbacks. Maximus, they did a little origin with Maximus at the beginning, with his parents and everything, and they put him in the fridge because I think wasn't there like a nuke dropping or something like that.
The Lucy's dad sent a nuke over, so that was Shady Sands. He sent a nuke over with the caravan,
right.
And when it came into town, then they were all like trying to run, and it activated, so they put him in the fridge to protect him.
And so he's going by the mantra of leave it better than how it was left or whatever. And I think that's going to be his villain arc, where you think that he's doing it. He thinks he's doing it for good, but he's part of the Brotherhood, and they're not good, And so I'm thinking he's like, we like the character, but he's going to end up being a villain. And especially with him and Lucy having a romantic relationship, I'm thinking... that's what I'm thinking, is they're having a romantic relationship. He thinks he's doing good, but he's kind of the bad guy, and she's going to have to end up killing him.
Yeah, quite possibly. It was cool. We got to see a lot of the Brotherhood of Steel because they took over Area 51. So they find Area 51, they take that over, and that's their new home base. And they find the alien in there, which was a fun Easter egg because at certain points in different games, it's usually DLC, downloadable content, where you can take on the aliens. You can fight them, get some of their weapons and everything. It's pretty cool.
Spaceship in random places.
Yep. But, yeah, the Fallout 3 was the mothership. I think that was the DLC.
But here's the thing. The Brotherhood's supposed to be more of like a religion.
Yeah.
And it's more of a frat. They're playing grenades in the barracks and stuff, And so it doesn't seem like that kind of religious undertone going on with them.
No, it kind of started off that way in season 1. They did a lot more of the religious stuff. Season 2, we haven't seen as much of that, but I also feel like this group of the Brotherhood is kind of trying to leave some of that behind because looks like they were talking about starting a civil war with the Commonwealth. So I don't know, but that was where Kumail Nanjiani shows up at the end of the episode, and he's like kind of the leader of the Commonwealth for the Brotherhood. And I love him; he's great. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like they're not really focusing on the religion aspect of it so much.
I accidentally got episode 3 summary on here, and guess what? The Kings are going to show up, but I shouldn't be looking at that because I did not mean. But the Kings are going to be in episode 3.
Right.
And apparently they are kind of a Splinter Cell for Caesar's Legion.
Oh, okay.
So we are going to get more Caesar's Legion. We are going to get the Kings. The Kings are mostly ghouls.
Are they?
Yeah. So it'll be pretty interesting. Macaulay
Culkin's leading the Legion.
What's that?
Macaulay Culkin, I don't know if he's leading it, but he's a member of the Legion.
Yeah, we should be seeing Macaulay Culkin soon. Yeah. So I am pretty excited to see where this goes. Every time I watch it, it does make me want to play Fallout. Problem is I got a PS5 and all my Fallout 4 stuff's on PS4. And so I have to start all over if I were to play it. I did kind of start it, but then, what's his name? The black dude showed up, and I just lost interest because he's just like, I got another mission for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've been wanting to go back to Fallout 4 at some point. I never finished that one.
Well, they're still doing updates on it. They're still adding stuff to it.
Yeah, I do. I do very much enjoy Fallout 4. The problem is I always get so invested in the base building that I don't actually get anything done in the game.
Well, the thing is, the base building's awesome because you can create an arena for monsters. So, like what's the bear thing and the rat scorpion, and you can have them fight
Yeah.
in an arena. But also, you could put little plates, so like flames come up or little, and then you could put people in there to fight and stuff like that. I don't know. That's the last thing I remember doing. It's been a long time since I did that, but was making an arena and then having monsters and people fight each other.
Those games are so crazy because of everything that you can really do. It is a sandbox game for sure. I remember thinking how crazy it was in Fallout 3. So I had never played a Fallout game before. And when Fallout 3 came out, this was the first person Fallout game they had.
Fallout 2 and 1 or more did not have that sandbox. It was because I have played them, and because they are all on Xbox, like all the Bethesda's game on Xbox Live, so you can play Elder Scrolls 1, which actually looks pretty good for its time, to tell you the truth. Fallout, not so much. It was, I think it was Obsidian back then. But it was, I mean, not to say it didn't look good. It wasn't the same as it is now. You really aren't. It wasn't really a sandbox game. You're kind of just running around, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's not the same.
Well, and Fallout 3 I bought when I was in Afghanistan, and I bought it not knowing anything about Fallout at all. It was just at the PX, and I was like, well, I'm going to buy this. And I sat around playing it on my computer. I'm like, this game is awesome.
Yeah.
And like it gets crazy because we had so much downtime, and I would sit there and play, and I completed probably almost all of that game before the downloadable content all came out, or the expansions, whatever you wanted to call them back then. And I remember how crazy it was that I ran into this group, and they were like, hey, we're going to give you these slave collars. Go out and find people, make them slaves, and bring them back to us. And I was like, well, this seems weird. I was like, but I'm going to do it. So I would go out and find random people in the wasteland. I'd slap a slave collar on them, and I'd take them back to these people, and they'd give me money for it. And I was like, okay. I was like, I like money. That's cool. So I didn't know, though. And when I finished the game, when I beat the game, finished the main story, I didn't know that you couldn't go back after that. So,
that's what pissed me off.
Yeah, they changed it later with one of the expansions, but
did they?
Yeah.
I don't know if I went that far into it. I just know I beat it a couple times, and it's like, should I end it? And it's like, yeah, but I'm a completionist, or I'm a finisher, so like I would admit, but
yeah, it was a lot of fun to play it, and learn a lot more about it. And like you said, the show has done such a good job with the aesthetics. Everything looks very legit. It looks very Fallout. The way the characters kind of like interact is very Fallout.
They're using some of the NPC lines and stuff.
I almost feel, and maybe it's just because it's more third person right now, right? When you're first person in the Fallout world and you have all the save features and everything, you're out there, you're like, this isn't so bad. But then you watch the show and you're like, yeah, that would really suck. These people are all pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But even in the games, they kind of give you that impression that nobody is really good. Yeah, because you can join all these different factions and you kind of choose one to be like a part of. But like basically you're choosing like which group of racists you want to join. That's like what all the factions are. Like, there's ones that hate ghouls. There's ones that just hate, I don't know, who hate like the Vault people and the West. There's just a bunch of groups that are just assholes. The Minutemen were okay.
It is kind of a post-apocalyptic game where people are trying to survive, and it does feed to probably most zombie apocalypse movies and stuff, to where if people have to survive, they become animals.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And see, I always like joining the Brotherhood of Steel, but only because of their power armor. That was like my main reason for joining them.
Yeah.
I was they got some badass armor.
Absolutely. I remember when I was playing Fallout 4, I had a room that I made for all the power armor I collected, and they had all different kinds in the fourth one too.
Yeah. But I don't think it was until Fallout 4 that they introduced the idea of the power cores for the armor. Because I think in Fallout 3, you could just put it on and run around as long as you
it
want.
is kind of annoying. You have to go around finding power cores when you run out, but go around and collect them.
Yeah, you can find them. And that's one of the other plot points of season 2 is that now that they got the cold fusion generator, it seems like they can create an unlimited source of fusion cores, which seems like a very important piece to the Wasteland.
Well, they're definitely going to want to use it. I know House wants to use it to take out MCR. So,
yep.
I think it almost kind of gonna get Game of Thrones like, it seems, with all the different factions and stuff.
Yeah, well, and the ghoul facing off against the Rad Scorpion. And what was cool about that is so far we've seen him just be a badass, not really like worried about anything. He just gets in the fight. Even when he sat there in season 1 in the last episode, in the season finale, and there's all the Brotherhood of Steel in their power armor, and he's just standing on the stairs casually, like, no armor or anything, and he just shoots the one guy under the chest plate and then like blows up another one, like was never worried. And then all of a sudden, like, he hears the clicking of like the Rad Scorpion's legs, and he looked like he was a little bit scared of what was coming.
Yeah, because those fuckers, it's hard to kill, and they're deadly. They are probably one of the worst baddies in the game, other than the mutants. I remember the first time I seen the mutants. Have they? I don't think they've showed up yet either. No, they did.
They have not.
Did they? Did they have like not like a whole? Not like, I think there was like a scene or something that showed them.
I think when they're in the Institute in the first, I want to say it was the first or second episode, you see like a super mutant's hand like fall off of a gurney or something like that.
I remember the first time I seen them in the game, I'm just walking, and then all of a sudden I just see a bunch of super mutants, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm trying to sneak up to like get a better look at them. Then they see me, and then they're chasing me. Oh, those motherfuckers. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with the super mutants, though. That'll be pretty cool, too. Because that could be another faction right there.
Yeah, we still haven't seen super mutants. We still haven't seen synths, which synths were a pretty...
But the synth were more a 4 thing, so... Where was 4 based? I think was 4 mostly like Virginia area, Washington, D.C. area? Or was that...
No, 4 took place in Boston.
Yeah, it was more... that's what, I knew it was more East Coast, so we probably won't see the synth, because I think the synths are more in that area.
Yeah, probably not, but it would be kind of cool to see that come out. You know who I want to see?
They're not going to stay in New Vegas the next season, so they probably will end up going that way. I'm sure they will show up.
Well, and Todd Howard, who is in charge of Bethesda, I think he owns Bethesda, but in any case, he's the producer on the show, and he said that the show will connect into the games.
Bethesda's owned by Xbox, Microsoft.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Todd Howard has he's CEO, he's maybe.
Like the
I don't know.
CEO of.
Yeah.
I think he's been there since. Morrowind.
So yeah, he said that this will connect to the larger gaming world of Fallout, and I guess they're putting a lot more of their eggs in the Fallout basket than the Elder Scrolls basket right now, which is unfortunate, but because Elder Scrolls is amazing too. But
wait, say that again. I missed that.
I was saying that it sounds like they're going to be putting more eggs into the Fallout basket than the Elder Scrolls. So,
it's been about 10 years since a Fallout 2. So,
yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they take their time with the games, which I appreciate because they make really good games that you can play endlessly. Like, there's all kinds of different shit you can do. But I would like to see Elder Scrolls 6 soon.
Yeah, Todd Howard's been there since 94. He was there for Elder Scrolls, Daggerfall, and Redguard. Which is amazing because he graduated in 89 from high school.
Wow.
He used to play Ultima, classic Nintendo game, Wizardry. I just like, he's like the main producer, developmental guy. So he oversees everything. I don't think I think he's like kind of like James Gunn of.
Sure. That makes sense. But yeah, he's connecting everything to the games will be really cool, which means that they have options to go to some of the more familiar locations that we've been to in the games. The fact that they're already in New Vegas, that's huge. And I think they're giving the fans what they want. But I'm excited to see Lucky 38, which is one of the casinos there, the biggest casino, I think. I don't know what the timeline is, if this is before the New Vegas game or after. I think it's after.
It's all sequel to all the games.
Okay.
So it's even after the fourth one.
Okay. Got it. All right. Yeah, I wasn't sure where it fell in the timeline.
I've never really paid attention to the main story and timeline of the games. I just get in there and just kind of do shit. So maybe I should kind of go back and look at it all. Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to see the rest of the show. And they did a little trailer post credits after the first episode of the season, and just kind of what's coming up this year. And it's going to be pretty exciting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of different directions they can go.
So Bethesda owns Arcane Games. Arcane Games is coming out with a Blade game. That sounds awesome. What else has Arcane Games done? I know they've been around.
I saw the Blade game is like, so their release is delayed again, they said, but it'll be worth the wait.
Games.
Oh, Dishonored, those were fun.
Those are pretty good. Yeah. I knew it was Bethesda connected to those.
Well, Bethesda,
a couple Wolfenstein games too.
Yeah, I don't know about Arcane, but I mean, Bethesda obviously did the new Doom games that have been out.
Right. Well, Bethesda's apparently the parent company.
Okay.
And then Xbox or Microsoft owns it all.
Got it.
Which is insane. If I have PlayStation Plus and then I have Xbox, the
Game
subscription
Pass
on my computer, I have no reason to buy games.
No.
Unless I really want to play a new game. But quite honestly, unless I retire, I'm not going to be sitting around playing video games all the time. Oh, they did the Indiana Jones one too, which was pretty good, but I didn't really get into that.
Yeah, I don't have any of the subscriptions right now because I don't really get a lot of time to play games. I bought a couple of games with a gift card I got for Christmas, and they're older games, but I got them for like $4 each because they were doing a after Christmas sale.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, these will keep me occupied for probably the next year because I only get to play like 3 or 4 hours a week. So
my thing is I never finish them, or it takes me a long time to finish them, and they're going to come out for free on those subscriptions in 2 or 3 years anyways. So by the time I finish it, I could play it for free. So I might as well just play it for free.
Right. Well, that's kind of my thing is I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay $60 for a game that I'll get to play like for just a few hours. I'm like, I'll pay $5 and have that game in my Steam library.
Exactly.
So it doesn't make any sense. But I got Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which I had wanted to play, but I heard wasn't as good as Ghost Recon Wildlands. And it's not, but it's still fun. I'm enjoying it. And then I got Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I haven't played like a multiplayer shoot 'em up game in a long time, but I've been having a lot of fun with that one. I've been doing some damage out there. Like I had that game for my Xbox One, but that's up in my closet. I don't have it out ever. So I bought it on Steam for my PC, and I've been like just dominating in there.
Which I'm very disappointed that Steam is not selling it. Steam box for the price of a console as originally stated. They are selling it for the price of a gaming computer. So goodbye to that, because apparently Xbox is getting Steam on it in the next generation anyway. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Moving on, I know Adam is excited about this one, the Malcolm in the Middle trailer.
Hell yeah. So the Malcolm in the Middle trailer came out yesterday. So it's not a reboot, it's a revival. And basically, from what I get from the trailer, Malcolm is now kind of middle-aged, and he says in the trailer, I found true happiness when I learned to distance myself from my family. But now it looks like something's forced him back into his family's life, and chaos will ensue. And the whole family was there, and that makes me very excited. Well, whole family except for Dewey. I guess that actor didn't want to come back and do it. So you've got
That's
Malcolm. Yeah, you got Malcolm, Reese, the older brother, I forget his name, but you've got
Francis.
Hal and Lois. Francis, yeah, you got Hal and Lois. So, and it looks like chaotic fun and kind of taking the characters, but doing something new with them, but keeping the same feeling to it.
With these revivals, why is there always somebody that doesn't want to come back? Like the Olsen twins that want to come back to the family, or
for the Full House
revival. The Connors kicked off Roseanne. Kicked out Roseanne.
Well, it's Dewey, I think. So the kid who played Dewey, I think he went on and he's just got like a whole career of his own. Like he's doing his own thing. So he was just like, hey, like that was my old life. I'm not really interested in coming back for it. I'm not really acting anymore. So he was like, I'm not gonna go through with it.
So I just looked. Apparently, there's a Silent Hill Returns coming out January 23rd, and the trailer's been out.
Like a movie?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. It very much upsets me that they are not advertising this very well. Here, I'm gonna pull it up.
I know, I'm looking this up. Return to Silent Hill?
Return to Silent Hill.
Oh, I think I saw something about this. James Sunderland, Mary Crane, Red Pyramid. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know if I can find out. Oh, I love that song too.
Oh, I can't hear any of the sound with it.
It might be good.
But yeah.
Because I don't think we're allowed to show. We can show the trailer, but we can't put the sound on there yet.
Oh, well, either way.
Same studio that did Terrifier 3, so it might be good because the second one definitely wasn't as good.
No, the first one was awesome, and I don't think that got enough credit.
I love the first one. I still like the second one, even though I know it wasn't good.
Yeah.
But, I can see why it wasn't popular either.
Oh, for sure.
But it is based on Silent Hill 2 video game, which I do have the remake on my PS5. I got to play that. Anyways, going back to Malcolm in the Middle. I saw it. I'll watch it. I'll check it out. I know you're a bigger Malcolm in the Middle fan. I watched it. I watched the reruns. I didn't sit and religiously watch every episode. It was always funny. It was, Hal, definitely probably one of my favorite characters. Hal and Dewey, not Dewey. Yeah, Hal and Dewey, probably my two favorite characters. But yeah, it was always a funny show. It was just goofy. And the mom she was great. She's a great actress.
Oh, wonderful.
Didn't like it. Just probably reminded me of my mom too. But it's a great show, and I'm sure because they had the King of the Hill comeback this year too. There's a lot of comebacks, because they're definitely catering those Gen X and millennials.
Scrubs starts in February. Scrubs starts in February.
Yeah, Scrubs. I'll definitely watch Scrubs. I know I've seen every episode. There's going to be a Star Wars Mandalorian trailer, our movie in May. There's a lot of stuff coming out next year. Yeah, but I'm not going to go to the theater anymore. Maybe to see Avengers, which we'll talk about in a second. But Silent Hill, I might rent it on Amazon or something like that, because that's one of my favorite video games of all time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like we said, we love the movie. I think didn't we go see that movie together back in college?
Probably the first or second one. I remember
think we
the
did.
first one definitely came out when we were in college, like back in 05, 06.
Yeah.
And I beat Silent Hill 2 a couple times back then too. Uh, and so, I mean, I played Silent Hill 1 too, but you know, that was kind of dated. Silent Hill 2 definitely was different.
Yes.
Every one of them are great and creepy.
Yeah. Silent Hill 3, I think at that point was the only one I had played. I hadn't even played 2 yet. But I love 3.
Not find a copy of Silent Hill 3.
No. I loved that game though. It was so good.
Yeah.
That got me into Silent Hill.
It was pretty good. I know I didn't really play Silent Hill 3. There's a lot of Silent Hills that you can't find, because Silent Hill 4, which was the apartment, I remember playing that, but like it's almost like it was kind of like how Super Mario 2 wasn't really a Super Mario game. They just kind of made it connected. And I think they did that with Silent Hill 4. It was definitely different because you kept going from your apartment to Silent Hill, but then I didn't understand it, or I didn't care to really think about it too much, because ghosts were haunting my apartment and you have to light these candles to scare them off or something like that. And I was like, oh, this is getting ridiculous. And I lost interest. And now I really want to go back and play it though.
Yeah, well, I think that one was, I think I remember reading about that, where it was definitely not designed to be a Silent Hill game, but they created this game and they were like, why don't I think they thought it wasn't going to do very well. So they said, let's slap Silent Hill on it.
But people love Silent Hill. I'm telling Silent Hill, one of the best games of all time. If you've never played Silent Hill, they do have the remake again. I do have to play the remake. I'm just so scared to play it because it was one of the scariest games of all time. But it was a mind fuck. That's why the game was so good. It was so good. It was such a great. You got to go here. You look at the map. You got to go there.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then the ending, like, it was just, you just find out what his guilt is. And you're like, oh, holy shit. It was one of those holy shit endings. And then there was like, it was like something about an Indian burial ground. And so this ghost was like pretending to be his ex, but come to find out him and his ex was there and she was dying. And he ended up smothering her with a pillow.
No, shit.
Yeah, that was the ending where like he was going back to see her. She said she was there. So he kept getting letters from her, but he killed her.
Oh. Weird. Yeah.
I put a spoiler alert up there. But that's why I was like, that was one of my favorite games, because you see Pyramid Head and you're like, you don't go in and fight Pyramid Head. He's walking around in a big circle. And you're walking down and like, oh, I can't go that way. That motherfucker looks dangerous.
Yeah. I think so. The Silent Hill is actually based on a real town in Pennsylvania that has like a coal fire that's been burning for like, I want to say like 50 years or something like that. Like the town was abandoned because it's dangerous to actually be there. But that's like the whole premise of like Silent Hill is like, that's what they say is there was a coal fire, but we know the truth where a demon was summoned.
Right.
So,
oh yeah, with the church and everything. That's why I think the second one is pretty good.
Yeah.
For me, it was good.
Yeah. Well, so I liked in the first one, it definitely had some shock value to it. It was bloody for sure. But like when the one woman, the one girl's outside and she's throwing like rocks at like the old lady, and she's like throwing rocks and she's like cursing at her, telling her she's a witch, and then Pyramid Head just shows up behind her and like picks her up by the neck,
twists her
like
skin off.
Yeah, and he just grabs her skin and like rips it off and throws it at the church door. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, that definitely. And you know, the song and the credits, I don't know if you ever listen to the song and credits. It's kind of a banger, and I wish it was more popular. It's it's kind of like Brie Larson and Scott Pilgrim. It's one of those songs that I just throw on every once in a while that nobody knows that I just heard in a movie, because I think I was drunk watching it, because I watched it a billion times because I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, and I woke up in the credits and that song was playing. I was sitting there going, this is kind of nice to wake up to, and then I always listen to it.
I don't remember it. I'm gonna have to look that up.
it's actually pretty good. It's from this artist you've never heard of, and it's a sound maybe you'd never heard.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's exciting. I'm going to have to find that then.
let's move on to some Marvel stuff. Number one, going back to what's her name? Max, Sadie Sink. I guess rumor is she's Jean Grey.
Yes, I've heard this rumor.
Which would be good. Maybe.
But it's weird because they've shown like they've shown some like leaked set photos of her in like a spider costume of some sort.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if that was AI or not. But you don't know what you're getting. That's the thing.
No.
But at the same time, they're gonna reboot everything. So maybe she's not. There was a little screenshot, you could see, the X-Men mansion torn up and stuff like that, but you can see Cyclops in his uniform. But I'm not a big James Marsden fan anymore because he wrote a letter in support of Brian Peck. But as an X-Men fan, still pretty excited about that, and just seeing it all come together. I think it's going to be a clusterfuck because they're just kind of shoehorning all the Fox and stuff in there.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a big clusterfuck, but as a fan of Marvel, I'm still going to like it just like I like Silent Hill 2 movie.
Yeah. Well, I heard something that supposedly Cyclops is the only surviving X-Man.
Well, Nightcrawler's supposed to be in it.
He is, so that's what I'm wondering is like how if that's what they're going to do, like how are they going to do it type of thing. So
Xavier's in it.
Xavier's in it, and supposedly this is Patrick Stewart's last run as Professor Xavier.
He was like 80, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought he was 80 25 years ago, but
right. He always looked like he was an older man, but but yeah, so I don't know, because we've seen a couple of trailers now, a couple teasers, I should say, for Doomsday, where Steve Rogers was one of them, where he has a new baby.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But as somebody pointed out that they say Steve Rogers will return for Avengers Doomsday, not Captain America. So you wonder if he's taking on more of a consultant role in it, or if he's going to actually suit up.
Well, wasn't there rumors about him being Nomad or something like that?
Maybe. But then the other trailer that I've seen, I think there was one other one that's come out so far, but the other trailer I've seen is the one with Thor. And it sounds like this is going to be Chris Hemsworth's last run as Thor.
What should be?
Yeah, he's been doing this for a long time. But yeah, it should be his last run. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for Doomsday. I hope it turns out good. But I hope that they don't. It's going to be very difficult because they're going to be including so many characters.
Oh yeah.
That how are they going to do that? I mean, do you have to watch 30 years of Marvel movies just to understand what's happening?
Yeah.
Or you can't do character development with anybody.
Not to mention Daredevil showed up in Spider-Man. They're talking about bringing the Defenders back. So are they going to show up? I do think Luke Cage should show up and be an interim Avengers leader for a while if something happens to Falcon. But and then there's just a lot of they have the Vision show coming out.
Yep.
So I think what's her name? Black Widow's checked out of Marvel. So I think this is going to be her last run. She's just like, she doesn't even know what's going on. She doesn't even care. So I think it's going to be the last run for a lot of people, but I don't think anybody's really excited for these younger characters either.
No.
What happened to Shang-Chi? What happened to the Eternals? Moon Knight isn't even, Isaacs isn't even going to be Moon Knight anymore, which saddens me because that was really good. So it's a lot of what ifs, what's going on. I heard rumors of Primal Hulk coming back. That would be great because that's what we really want to see.
Yep.
So, She-Hulk's supposed to be in it. Miss Marvel's supposed to be in it, So there's too many characters going on.
Yeah. Well, and I really like Shang-Chi. I like that movie. I
Yeah,
thought it was
it was
good.
pretty good.
It was good. I liked it. Eternals got some shitty reviews, but I actually liked that one. I thought it was good. It wasn't
I didn't
great, but it was
hate it.
good.
I didn't hate it, but I also don't care about the Eternals. So
Yeah.
that's the thing, is they're trying to introduce stuff that I don't really care about.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of stuff that I do care about that they should introduce, but they're not going to. But they did get the Thunderbolts going, and I really like them.
Right.
Hopefully Punisher joins the Thunderbolts.
Some of the characters that they've introduced, I do like. What's her name? That Hawkeye's protege.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot. Played by Haley Steinfeld. I liked Florence Pugh as the Black Widow or White Widow, whatever they call her.
Yeah, but they're trying to push Cassie as the new Ant-Man, and Seinfeld is Kate Bishop. Steinfeld is Kate Bishop.
Steinfeld. Yeah, it's like Jerry said.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
What's the deal with corn?
Kate Bishop. Yeah. So yeah, I do like some of the new characters. Some of them I'm like, like, well, it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, but like the Thor's daughter, don't care, because Thor: Love and Thunder, it was terrible. It was just
such a bad movie.
Awful. So that's, I don't know. I think they just killed Ironheart, but I don't know. Maybe she'll show up. And
yeah,
so I think I think they just need to reboot it all, because they've gone so far off base.
No, and they started this before they had a lot of these properties, which is what made it difficult. Because if they had X-Men from the beginning, they probably would have done X-Men sooner. But they didn't have X-Men when they did Iron Man. They didn't get X-Men for like, what, another 10 years? 10, 15 years?
Well, yeah, and the thing is, they've had them for a while, and they've done nothing but X-Men 97 with it, which I am very thankful for, and that new season should be coming out. I'm very excited for, as the biggest X-Men fan in the world. But yeah, they do need to establish a world with the X gene and all that stuff, and kind of interconnect it a little more. I'd hate to see another, reboot, but they already got Fantastic Four in a different universe.
Right. They could easily transition to another universe.
Just start over. This universe, something happens with Doctor Doom. Bam. Okay, let's start all over in a new universe.
Right. Well, that's like one of the things that with the DC comics is like they just have some kind of crisis event, and then like the universe is different.
Oh yeah.
Like they could do the same thing in Marvel.
I think that's essentially what Doomsday is doing, really. Something about he has to destroy all universes to save it or whatever. I know it has something to do with Tony Stark. The rumor is that he is the boy that was in Iron Man 3, because Doctor Doom has the ability to make himself younger and older.
Yeah.
So that is a rumor.
I'm interested to see where it goes. There's a new Spider-Man movie coming out at the end of the year too, or middle of the year, something like that.
Oh yeah, the new Spider-Man movie we've been talking about, plus a new Spider-Verse movie should be coming out soon too, right?
Yeah, I think the third Spider-Verse movie comes out soon.
And they've been working on the Masters of the Universe movie, going off Marvel. I'm pretty excited about a good Master of the Universe movie, because the last one they did was like an 85 or 86. And I remember watching it as like this is my thing. Even as a kid, I can tell when things are trash. As a 4-year-old, very excited, because I was a huge He-Man fan at, 5 years old. Yeah. And knowing that it was terrible. No, I was just watching it like,
it's pretty bad.
Why is it so bad? Where's Grayskull? What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
That was a great movie in the 80s.
The movie was so bad.
Oh, it was so good. What are you talking about? It was awesome. Ridiculous.
There was
Oh, I
duck
loved
nipples
it.
in there.
I watched it several times, even though it's probably not appropriate for a kid.
No.
But it was the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where Marvel goes. I am excited about Doomsday, but I'm also cautiously optimistic because they haven't been doing great. But the Russo brothers are back doing it, and they usually do some pretty good stuff.
Well, it's not that it hasn't been doing great. It's just that some hit, some doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not doing horrible.
No.
But it's just not catching you anymore. It's not the magic that it used to be.
No. Nope. And that's unfortunate, but hopefully it kind of turns around. And like you said, maybe they reboot and kind of start over. I almost feel like adding these younger generation heroes into it is to kind of almost gear it. Like, I don't know if this is right or not, but almost gear it more towards like a younger audience.
Well, I think, and they're doing it with Marvel Rivals too, where they're introducing other, like they have Marvel Rivals, they have Luna, who's like this ice pop star. They have Jeff the Shark. They have Emma Bloodstone come out, was a monster hunter. They got who else? You know, they just they released Angela, you know, a month or two ago, who's like an angel who was originally in the Spawn universe, but the writer brought her with him to Marvel. And so I think they're introducing characters that are lesser known, because I never heard of any of these, but these are all newer characters because they want to get people involved in reading some of the newer comics, newer characters. And I can't be mad that they're introducing new characters. Angela in the game is pretty good. Luna has kind of a, what was her name? The musician from the X-Men. I forget her name. She like shines lights and stuff like that. That's gonna come to me later. But you know, Jeff the Shark, he's kind of the Marvel Rivals mascot, you know, and I think he will show up like with Daredevil. You know, especially because Daredevil's connected, and it's a big connected to Emma, and Emma is, you know, kind of the owner, I guess, of Jeff the Shark.
Yeah.
So I think they are introducing these characters, so when they show up in the movies and they get people to read in the comics, that all the Marvel Rivals fans, which is a big fan base now, are gonna watch and be like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things that I love about what James Gunn is doing with the DC universe right now. It's like I was listening to our episode from last week, and we were talking about Polka Dot Man being like the best thing that came out of DC, right? You know, at that time. And how do you take a character who is basically a joke and make him like a fan favorite almost? You know, like that's what you got to do. And I think that's also what James Gunn has said about his vision, is he's trying to turn coal into diamonds. So something like that.
Yeah,
to misquote him.
James Gunn is everything doesn't have to be a joke. Please be a little more. James Gunn, if you're listening, I do like Superman. I do like Peacekeeper for the most part. I've heard a lot of hate about Suicide Squad. I actually like it. But everything doesn't need to be Guardians. The Guardians of the Galaxy was its own thing. Loved it. Loved the dynamic he created in it. It doesn't need to be for Superman. It doesn't need to be for Batman. Stop making a joke out of everything. I know that's your little style. Maybe hand it off to some other people and overwatch it. Because I don't know if James Gunn's going to use his quirks. I mean, that's just going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and I think he's going he's going to be heavily involved in a lot of it. He's not going to direct everything, but I know he wanted to do Superman, Supergirl. Suicide Squad was supposed to just be a one-off, but you know, obviously that grew into more for him. But like Lanterns, I forget who's directing Lanterns, but I'm excited to watch that show. That's not coming out till end of summer now. It was supposed to come out in January, but
Penguin was really good, even though it's a separate universe. But Penguin was really good, though. Better than the Batman movie, which I don't think was terrible. I think it was just kind of a slow burn.
Yeah.
Which I don't really want in a Batman movie. I want a little bit more action.
I do like that he's reviewing all the scripts and everything, and he's like, we're not making any movies without a good script, because like, so people have asked him about Constantine 2, and while there's like, yeah, we're open to doing this, he's like, I haven't seen a script yet. So I think that's a big part of it, is making sure that the stories are good.
And they should put the two Constantines together, have them meet. And I think that would be great, because both of them are great in their own rights. To tell you the truth, what was his name? The one that was more comic book accurate. What's his name?
Oh, it's Matt something.
Oh, yeah. I would, because they did have a Constantine. Matt Ryan. They did have a Constantine series that I really liked, and I wish they would have continued.
Yeah, they only got like 10 episodes, I think, and I was like, this was actually really good. I watched it again on the CW app.
I would.
It was good.
James Gunn, if you're listening, bring back the Constantine show. People actually liked it. Us real comic book fans or old school superhero fans actually liked it. And I'm a Keanu Reeves mark. So if they did a Constantine 2 for Keanu Reeves, I'm totally on board with that too, because that movie was great too.
That movie was awesome. That was one of my favorite movies that came out from like when I was in high school. I loved Constantine. I watched it over a dozen times. It was so good. And even though it's not comic book accurate, it was still so much fun to watch, and it felt pretty true to the comics. It was mostly his look and where he was from that was different.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's a movie that you can call it something else.
Yeah.
And it was just good. It was just a good movie. Like,
it was.
If it wasn't Constantine, it would just be a good movie about a exorcist or, whatever, demon hunter. So, yeah, but I just, something about the blonde trench coat, English accent, Constantine that I really want to see too.
Yeah, he's just kind of a bastard. Yeah, it was good. It was a very good movie, and I'm really excited if they can get a Constantine 2 made.
Because that's what I hate is like Matt Ryan is the perfect Constantine. He is to me, he's Constantine. Like, continue with that, please.
The show was so good.
But and they connected it to the CW, I think, didn't they? Wasn't he in?
Yeah, so he ended up coming back to Legends of Tomorrow. Well, he was on Arrow for, I think, just one episode, but then eventually he moved on to Legends of Tomorrow, and he became a series regular on there. I'm not sure when he left the show, but he was on there for several seasons, and he had some pretty good story arcs. And it was fun to watch.
You could still do it.
Yeah, it wasn't as dark as the show was, because Legends of Tomorrow was like a fun show, and I really thought that was one of the best that came out of the Arrowverse. It was always something different, something goofy. I think I'm trying to remember what season it was. There was a season where like there was like some kind of kaiju release type of thing, or it was like a giant demon, and the Legends had gotten these artifacts and decided to team up, and they created this giant, like, I think they called him Huggy Bear or something. They created this giant Huggy Bear to battle it, so it's like fighting. It was so stupid, but it was so funny. But they did so good with that. I think it took them the first season to find their stride and really make a good show. By second season, they had it figured out. And then it just like got weirder and crazier every season. Yeah. But they were able to introduce a lot of new characters. Wally West joined the team for a while. Constantine was on the team. Zatanna, I think, was on the team for a while. But they were able to kind of change people in and out. What was his name? Can't remember. But there was some really good characters on there, and it was a fun show.
And it went on for a while, especially when they had, Brandon Routh was on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, that's that's the old PW. I don't think Matt Ryan's returning, though. He did do a couple voice acting with Constantine.
He played Constantine in a couple of the shows, couple of the movies for the cartoons.
And the cartoons and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was obviously a fan favorite.
Yeah. Anyways, now that we're done ranting, what do you
Best
say?
of 2025?
Best of 2025. Yeah. Let me pull out my list. I did have a list here. But what is your well, go ahead.
I was going to say, I didn't create like a giant list. I just kind of picked my favorites in different categories. But I say we just start with shows because I think we're all in agreement. And Steph, unfortunately, is not here today, but she sent me her list of favorites. And she selected the Welcome to Derry as her favorite show of the year. And I agree with that. That was probably mine too.
See, the problem with you guys is you didn't watch Severance, as I've told you to watch 50,000 times.
Well, we didn't watch it, so.
Severance is so good, and I know you can't agree or disagree. I will put Welcome to Derry is more fresh in my mind because Severance was earlier in the year. But Severance is so good. There's so many doors opening up in it. It's such a great mystery. It's a tie between Welcome to Derry and Severance, but also Alien Earth was pretty good.
It was good,
and I was really into that. Peacemaker was decent for the most part. Twisted Metal season 2 was okay, but I'm gonna give a surprise call out to Marvel Zombies.
It was a good show.
It was really good. And it, as I said several times, well written, and the animation was beautiful. I would like to see more of that.
I hope they do another season of that because that'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Alien Earth was good. I don't think it was as good as Welcome to Derry.
Not as good, but I still really liked some of the stuff, like the Eye Monster and stuff. I really liked a lot of the stuff they did with it. I'd say as far as shows, 2025 is decent. Stranger Things kind of a disappointment for me. But I think 2026 is going to be better with One Piece coming out, which I know you've got to catch up on, and I appreciate you for doing that because I don't want to talk about it by myself. And it's so good. New Game of Thrones series coming out. It's another thing I forgot to talk about. Is House of Dragon, which came out. Did that come out this year or last year? The new season. That
was this year. It was 2025.
I finally finished that the other day, as I said, and it's so good too. It is really good.
I'm gonna finish that this weekend.
I mean, it is more of a setup for bigger things to come, but still, it still does the Game of Thrones thing, which is great. The old Game of Thrones, not the last 2 seasons.
You're right.
So I'm gonna give Game of Thrones its flowers. I'm gonna give that its flowers too. How about movies?
So you already know what I'm gonna say for movies. Because as you've said, I'm a DC simp, whatever that means. But I choose Superman.
Yeah.
They brought all the nostalgia to it. Playing the theme song from the classic 70s movie, often in it, really. I agree with James Gunn on this. Like, it really amps you up, and you're just like, it almost makes you feel heroic, and maybe it's just from childhood having watched those movies over and over and over again. But seeing that really brought it to life, and I thought they did such a good job with that movie. And I thought they got the characters all right. And there was a lot of good movies this year, and I just love that because I got to see Superman again. And it's been a long time since we've had kind of a solo Superman movie. So
my 2025 movie of the year is probably kind of a surprise. I don't think you've seen it. Is Karate Kid Legends.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I really enjoyed it. It did follow the classic formula for a little bit. It didn't really connect too much with Cobra Kai, except for Ralph Macchio, Daniel LaRusso. I thought Ben Long, who was the Karate Kid in this one, because they kind of like Karate Kid, Kung Fu with Jackie Chan, and they did kind of retcon why, the two McGee paths and everything. So they did retcon why it was Kung Fu was part of the Karate Kid. But Joshua Jackson was so good in that.
I like him.
He was because it's not a name you hear often. I know he's around, but I really think he should get more credit for his role in this movie. He was the spotlight of this movie for me. His character was great. It was funny. I just Karate Kid really is. I plus me. It's like Robot Cop, Gremlins, Karate Kid.
Yeah, right. Classic 80s.
Right. Well, not to mention Never Ending Story, but we'll talk about that later because that new movie's coming out sometime. But yeah. But
sorry, go ahead.
I will say Superman was up there for me as a top movie. Especially because of the setup, especially because it introduced a great Guy Gardner. I really think Guy Gardner probably the biggest thing for me. I'm just always a fan of the anti-hero asshole guy.
Mr. Terrific was great too, though.
Mr. Terrific was fantastic, or terrific, and that too. So they did have a couple good standout characters in that I'm glad they introduced. I think Mr. Terrific movie, I definitely look forward to that. I love the actor, the way he played that, so straight-laced. What's his name played Lex Luthor. I could really feel the anger and the hatred the way he acted towards Superman. And so I there was a lot of, I wasn't a big fan of Lois Lane. The kid from Vacation played Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen,
Jimmy Olsen. He did pretty decent job. Different kind of Jimmy Olsen. And then
you just
set up for Supergirl. Pretty and Crypto.
Yeah, well, you just triggered another memory for a show we forgot to mention, Creature Commandos, which was a great show.
Was really good.
Really good.
Put that up there too. Not with Severance or It, but I will put that up there.
Oh, absolutely. It was one of the top shows for me this year. I do have Steph's favorite movie of 2025. She said it was Sinners, which I thought was really good too.
It was all right. I felt a little, remember the Welcome to Derry when they, burned down the plays? They kind of reminded me of Sinners.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, she said that was her favorite, and I watched the movie a couple months ago, I think, and I sat down and I watched it, and I was like, this is actually really good. And
you can't really go wrong with a vampire movie, though. Vampire movies always hit.
Yeah, and it was very reminiscent almost of From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I did have that feeling too. Yeah,
so it was a fun movie. It definitely up there for me in best movies that came out this year. I almost feel like I didn't watch too many movies this year, though.
Well, I'm also going to give, Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is a big one for me, too.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. Fantastic Four I enjoyed. I do want to watch that again. One, I don't know if you watched this documentary. I don't know if you were a Pee Wee Herman kid.
Yeah.
But there's a documentary on Max that came out this year, Pee Wee as himself. So he basically did a documentary about himself leading up to his death to really clear the air on a lot of stuff, especially for like they accused him of being a pedophile and the whole masturbating in a
theater or whatever it was,
whatever. He really cleared the air on all that stuff. And it was really interesting to see how he created the character, the real artsy side of things, the way they made the set pieces, why they made the set pieces the way they did in Pee Wee's Playhouse. it was a heartfelt goodbye to Pee Wee Herman. I'm almost crying just thinking about, because it's my childhood.
Yeah.
I would suggest watching that if you haven't. That was probably documentary of the year. If we're gonna say documentaries, make that a separate thing.
We could do documentary of the year. Yeah. I mean, because I haven't seen that one, but I do want to watch that. I remember seeing it come out. But I think probably the best one I watched was the Charlie Sheen one.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking. You know what I'm thinking.
I was thinking. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. But the Charlie Sheen one I really liked because that was another yeah, and you could just tell during the documentary, he was just being honest about everything. Like, he wasn't trying to hide anything. He was telling all the truths. He was not hiding. He was like, this is what happened to me. And it's a cautionary tale, And
you could tell him and what's her name still love each other, too.
Yeah. And he had a lot of remorse for the things that he did. And, and it was his way. When you said clearing the air with the Pee Wee Herman stuff, same kind of thing with Charlie Sheen. So I thought that was an excellent documentary, and I think it gave us a side of Charlie Sheen that we didn't really ever get to see.
Not for a long time. But the other one that I thought you were going to say is the John Candy one. And
that was also really good.
That was great too. So we got Pee Wee Herman, Charlie Sheen, but Charlie Sheen's still alive, and John Candy.
Yeah.
It's wow, what a year for at least these types of documentaries.
Yeah. The Gene Wilder one was really good too.
I don't know if
that came out earlier.
That one's up.
Oh, that came out earlier this year, and I really love that one. I think it was spring of this year.
I'll have to watch
it. It was really good.
I'm a big,
yeah,
Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Hear no evil, see no evil. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Deaf and the Blind. What's his name? The other actor. They worked well together too.
Yeah,
he's a big comedian back then.
I can't remember, but yeah, those were really good. The John Candy one made me cry. I cried watching that shit.
Oh yeah,
that was. He just Richard Pryor. He was just such a good man, John Candy. He was such a good man, and all the things he did, keeping an eye on his friends, taking care of them, and being kind of a timid, softer guy. It was good to see all that, and it was very emotional.
Yeah. And this, sorry. To see some of the behind of the scenes of his early stuff. He was a talented guy. And the way they kept talking about his weight. That was so horrible. Other movies that came out this year. Mickey 17. Did you watch that?
No.
That's on Max.
What's that?
It has, what's his name? The vampire, the sparkly vampire. Batman.
Oh, yeah. Robert Pattinson. He's basically, it's in the future, and he's basically hired to make clones of himself and do these dangerous missions and stuff like that. And so he's supposed to, the clone's supposed to be dead, so they make another clone. And so if they find out that the clone's still alive, they're supposed to kill him. It's actually pretty decent. That's on Max as well. I saw the trailer for that. It looked good.
It was pretty decent. I will give it that. How to Train Your Dragon movie was pretty good. I did not hate that. One thing I really thought was kind of disappointing was the Happy Gilmore 2 movie.
I still haven't watched that.
It was really weird and stupid. It's like they were trying too hard. But I think those are pretty much the main ones that I've seen this year.
Yeah, Predator Badlands I heard was really amazing and people loved it. I haven't seen it yet, which is stupid because I love Predator.
It'll be on Hulu soon.
I know. So I'm kind of holding off.
And that's what sucks about having this podcast is I honestly do not want to go to my theater where the seats need a deep cleaning and they don't even try. Paid so much money and $15 for a soda and popcorn and blah 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 to watch a 2-hour movie. that I'm almost like, just release it. Just release it on my TV at home,
Yeah.
especially if they're going to be out in a couple months.
Yeah. What about top songs? None. Oh,
Oh,
well,
top
I picked
songs of the year.
songs.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought you were
songs
talking
of the
about
years.
movies.
No, no. Just just what was, I guess, best song that you felt came out this year,
Oh, okay.
or album, whatever.
Well, again, I'm gonna go with Sleep Token, that came out earlier this year. And a song, there's two songs on there that I listen, although you can't skip a Sleep Token fan. I know there's a lot of haters because there's these metal purists, and then and it does. If you haven't listened to Sleep Token, I definitely recommend giving it a listen to, because it got a metal side, but then it's got a R&B side.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a trip listening to. But Caramel, I probably listened to more than any song this year. And so if you haven't heard of Sleep Token, it's basically nobody knows who they are. They're all dressed up as vessels. So there's vessel 1, vessel 2, vessel 3, vessel 4, and they're worshiping this god named Sleep. So every song is a token to the god named Sleep.
Huh.
But when you kind of get to the undertones on it, and I've kind of analyzed myself, it's like sleep is this thing that like you have high hopes for that never pans out, because he talks about drugs and dating and blah 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 is what it sounds like, but it's all this worshiping of sleep. Caramel was a song that he wrote that was, and his voice, if you're not really a Sleep Token fan, you might not even like his voice, but I don't know, I think it's addictive. But it was a song because I guess people did dox one of the bandmates' houses. So he did talk to the fans in that song. I'd say at least listen to Caramel.
Okay, I'll check them out, because I'm not familiar with Sleep Token at all.
Yeah. But if, like, you can listen to their old Caramel and the Summoning. Summoning's probably my favorite one from them all time, that came out in 2023. Listen to that one too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check these out, because I'm a big metal fan. I like that. Okay, so Steph's pick for best song was Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters, which is a good song.
You said you wouldn't even watch the movie. What are you telling me?
I watched it. I watched it last week.
Yeah, but like earlier you were being a snob, like, oh, I'm gonna watch that. Now you're watching it.
I don't think I said that. I was like, I don't know.
We can.
I was like, I don't know.
I can find the episode. We're like,
yeah,
I'm never gonna watch that. But then
I watched it. It was good. It was good.
It was good. That's what I was trying to tell you. But Golden is a great song. Yeah.
Yes, I like Golden. My daughter asked me to play it in the car on our way to daycare every day, so I've heard it a lot. But yeah, no, I do agree with that song. That was a pretty good one. My choice for best song was Yippee-Ki-Yay by Kesha, because that was my summer song. Played a lot when I was out on the boat. I really like that one. That's a fun one. It's like it is a good like party song. Not that I party all the time anymore, but I think it cracks me up more because like I would play it, and again, my daughter, when we drive to daycare, I'd play it on my Bluetooth, and you just hear her in the back going, "Bitch, I just got a brand new car." Like she would sit there and say that in the back, and it was always cracking me up. I shouldn't let her swear, but I do.
To be honest with you, I never listened to it. I probably never will.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Give it a listen, just for fun. Just for fun, give it a listen. It's got a nice little beat to it. But I think it was like you can tell what kind of music I have to listen to nowadays because it's between that and Pink Pony Club. Because I thought Pink Pony Club was a fun song too.
Well, wait till your kid has nostalgia, or gives you nostalgia. My child listens to a lot of Nirvana, Weezer, but she was a big Panic at the Disco fan too, so she's listening to the classics there.
Yeah. Well, so what's the Right Here Waiting? So my daughter loves that one, and another one we've listened to the car and a lot by Richard Marx. And it's to the point where she knows the words. And the other day she was just sitting there coloring. And she started singing the song and she's like, wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Like she was sitting there singing it at her table, like coloring. And I was like, hell yeah, girl. So she's starting to like some of the older stuff. She listens to a lot of Britney. She likes Miley Cyrus. So I don't know. You know, she's girls, they get into that stuff. But she also likes some of my more rock and roll, like heavy metal stuff.
Sweet.
She's got good taste.
Sweet.
Any other favorite? I would say video games, but I haven't bought a new game this year. Like that came out this year.
I mean, you know what I'm going to say. If we're talking video games, you know what I'm going to say.
That is the only one that I played that came out this year is Marvel Rivals. Not that I played it a lot.
Come out this year. It came out in December last year, but it's still an ongoing game, so I can still count it. But
I would count it.
I am just a big Marvel fan, and I need to play other games. But I did play a little bit of other games too, here and there.
Yeah.
But I'd say Marvel Rivals for me, even though they are adding newer stuff here and there. They added the zombies, which is, for me, was good for a little bit. I don't know how long they're going to keep it on, but I think they're going to keep adding on more stuff. Because NetEase, the devs, apparently did Destiny mobile app game. So
okay, yeah.
I'm wondering if they are going to make it more Destiny-esque. Because they did add Times Square, where that's where they're going to do the ball drop. So like it's just an area. I think they're going to keep. I think it's kind of skin and bones, but I think they're going to keep adding on. It's Times Square, so you just walk around saying hi to everybody, and so you just watch a bunch of people using their emotes and stuff like that. And they added Pim's Kitchen to where you can eat a sandwich and you get big or small. You know,
oh, that's cool.
It's not. I mean, it's kind of boring, but you go in there and fuck around between matches. If I'm playing comp, I might go in there for a little bit and just kind of throw Gambit's cards or something like that.
And I take it back. I did play a new game this year. But I just got it last week, and I played it only briefly. It's called Hard Bullet. It's a VR game, and it's a physics-based game. So you've probably seen the videos of it. It's crazy. Like you could just go around like picking up anything basically as a weapon, beating people, picking up guns, shooting knives and everything. It's a lot of fun because it's a sandbox game of killing bad guys.
Yeah, I like murder. I like
it's basically what it is. But you could do like really creative ways to take people. So you almost get like the John Wick feel where you're getting a little creative with how you're doing things, which is fun. And the only other one that I played that came out technically this year, was the Oblivion remake.
Yeah, I played a little bit. I need to play. I only
played it a little bit, but they did a good job with the remaster of it.
I need to play more of it because I played a little bit of it, and I did buy some kind of add-on on Xbox Live. So I got it on my PC, so I'll probably have to play more at some point. But yeah, Oblivion was pretty good as well. They did have, a couple of those games in for game of the year, but some of them been using AI apparently. Which they're gonna do that. But it's almost 11:30 here, and I'd like to go to bed.
So I'll take us out of here. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. This was a long one. Rick is tired, and we'll be back after the new year with a new episode. So stay tuned and have a happy new year.
Plus, it's been 2 hours, so level up, guys.